Hey, welcome to another edition of the Midway Eagles Sport Show, a show about Midway Eagles sports. Dylan and Clay here. I don't remember which one is which. It's
what day is it?
Who knows? It's that
we normally film the show on Wednesdays. Is that true this week? Is it Wednesday?
It's a day. We're
It's
both
a day.
We're both awake and free. It's as good a time as any. I'm here to talk about let's call it an up and down week of Midway athletics. A lot to get to.
It's one way of putting it.
Some disappointment, but some good. And you know what? We're glass half full kind of guys. Let's start with the good.
The good.
We're going to go with the bowling. Our bowling teams opened a couple weeks ago. The women's team were first. The men's team were second. This week they headed to Louisville. They said, "You're going to take that script, flip it on around." With the men winning quite comfortably at the Bulldog Bash in Louisville, their second win in program history. Both of them at said Bulldog Bash in Louisville, and they won quite decisively.
So is it safe to say that we need to call that the Eagle Bash?
The Eagle extinction?
Eagle.
No, I don't like that one. We'll think. Yeah, we'll try to think of something.
We'll come up with something.
It's just nuts to you, Union. That's our tournament.
That's our tournament.
With behind Caleb Marshall, or should I say, five-time Mid-South Bowler of the Week, Caleb Marshall. We had 838 total pins, 209.5 per game. The Eagles came out with 7,006 pins compared to Cumberland's 6,655. Kind of it's wiped them out.
I would say that would be domination. I would say that would be considered domination against a conference opponent too. Is also important as well.
Good confidence boost. And, you've been around this program longer than me. Obviously, we're seeing. Not stacking necessarily, but you're getting that win last year. How have you seen this program grow?
Yeah, this program has certainly grown. I want to say it was last year. I think last year or the year before. I think it was last year that they had a chance, had the conference championship within their grasp. They were up. Once you get to tournament play in that. They do best 4 of 7 games. So they'd won the first 3, but unfortunately ended up losing the next 3, next 4, I should say. So that was a tough loss to a really quality Tennessee Southern team, but Tennessee Southern is now out of the conference. Now that program has certainly grown. The women's program had a couple years there where they weren't quite up to the standard that I think Coach Hall wants. But now I think they're certainly in that situation to possibly make some noise in the Mid-South this year.
Yes, absolutely.
We're looking forward to it.
And kind of switching the women's, we mentioned they were second. This was not as decisive. Bethel beat us by 7 pins, 61-28 to 61-21. We did have 2 all-tournament selections in Gracie Wyatt and Maggie Coleman. 3rd and 4th respectively, so that's you got to feel like a little that close
right there,
but still, off to a great start.
No, absolutely. That's it's great to see that them continue their great start after their first tournament, the Welcome Back tournament. So looking forward to seeing what they do. Mid-South play should be starting up here soon. I want to say here in a couple weeks maybe. I know they have at least one before the Christmas break, so looking forward to see what they do against conference competition. We've already kind of gotten a little bit of a preview of it so far, so need to make sure we keep those good vibes rolling.
Rolling. Oh my goodness. Even in our exhausted state, we still come up with verbal gold. Great job, Dylan. But yes, a great start for the bowling. We're going to move on to the equestrian side. Last week, we established that Midway Western Equestrian is Bestern Equestrian.
But
is there any rumor to is there any truth to the rumors that Equestrian Hunt Seat can't be Equestrian Hunt Beat? So far, the answer appears to be yes.
Yes, I think so.
Great start. They came out victorious at the Louisville shows. 8 first place winners. We had Jessica Covey in limit fences. Chris Atterbury in Limit Flat, and Annabelle Ledlow in Novice Flat all make regionals.
No, it's
you're the equestrian.
I would not say I'm the equestrian guru.
Of us two, you are.
I don't know that I would say that, but no. Coming off a season last year where they finished reserve high point team in the region for the first time, and it's been a little while since they had done that, and then to pick up right where they left off. And be named High Point team on Saturday, and then reserve High Point team on Sunday. So that's a terrific showing. I know the reserve High Point team, it was a tie, and within just a few points of Miami, who took High Point team that day. So terrific opening to the season for Coach Gunnison's squad, and they got a home show coming up at the end of the month. So looking forward to being out there and supporting that program. That program's certainly on the up and up, I think.
Yes.
Absolutely. So.
Yes, very good start, and hopefully that home meet I'll be able to contribute more than just yes. But
that looks really good.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, great start. For both of those teams. Kind of moving along. Maybe we kind of get into rocky territory.
Yeah.
Our sprint football team. Great start, opening drive touchdown.
Great start.
No touchdowns after that. No points after that. A 27-7 loss. I mean, we were really hoping to have to widen out the shot so we could have the bourbon barrel right there, but that'll have to come another day. Dylan, our busy schedule, I was not able to see a second of that game, so I'm going to take you to paint the scene.
That one, Bellarmine, we forced Bellarmine to hold him to a field goal in the first drive.
Like a 7-minute drive or something. It seemed long.
Those drives that Bellarmine went on, I think they might still be going on right now as we speak. But anyway, we held them to a field goal, which was certainly a good hold for the defense. But then you respond right back. Keegan Hill throws up a lob to Rudy Loomis, who made a heck of a catch for 64 yards. Rudy Loomis, our McDonald's football player of the game. So congratulations, Rudy. Pick up your gift card at some point. Not sure how we're getting that to you, but we do have a gift card for you. But anyway, respond with the touchdown, a 3-yard touchdown run by Matthew Young to get us on the board, and then Bellarmine just comes right back out, and it's just run after run after run. They got the best running back in the league. I think maybe quite possibly the best offensive player in the league. Period. I think. So he's really good. Brendan Reed is just a tip of your cap to him. So he's a brute. He's a brute force.
Yes,
that's trying to break down.
Yeah, it's so frustrating when you have games like when you it's like Wisconsin football basically. Where it's good if you're on that side, but really it's brutal to watch. But just some other things. Yeah, but we talked last week. The big thing was penalties. Would you believe we had the same number of penalty yardage as we did against Font? Identical, 137 on one less flag.
I didn't even think to look in the final box score about penalties. But I will say, we got that game played in under 3 hours. That was a borderline miracle in and of itself.
We are masters of efficiency.
I mean, football games normally take 3.5, 4 hours sometimes. That one moved along quite well. Just wish the score had been a little different. Flip the score.
We'll get there someday. But the TD run, the touchdown run by Matthew Young was actually the only play we ran in Bellarmine territory until the fourth quarter. Also had a 9-play, 3-yard drive at one point, which sounds odd, but if you believe, I believe on Monday Night Football the Giants had a 9-play, 2-yard drive. So that's
that one was tough.
We're
Bellarmine's defense is also pretty top notch.
They're atop the league standings for a reason. But football. They're back on the road. Another long road trip this week against Quincy. Preview story will be up on GoMidwayEagles.com at some point. Shameless plug. But the boys looking to try to get back to 500 as we approach the halfway portion of the season.
Yeah, Quincy just went on the road and they beat a tough Calumet team, I think, on Saturday night. And
14-12.
14-12 game.
Slugfest. A rock fight, if you will.
Rock fight, yes. There you go. Look at those terms.
Yes, all the cliches coming out here. I think one that definitely took us by the most surprise, and I think you were there. I think it maybe took a lot of people. Men's golf. They won. I mean, the River State's fall preview about as clustered as like the top 4 teams all within 2 strokes of each other.
A couple shots of
we were a stroke back, tied for second, and we fell all the way to 5th from a 3:02 to a 3:18 Tuesday. Dylan, you were there.
That was not your typical Midway golf team. Not at all. I was thinking about it on the way home that I don't know the last time that I've seen us shoot a 3:18. But anyway, no, that just didn't play well. I think is what it came down to. Just didn't play well. We had one individual who, Jack Bedell, who did tie for medalist honors. Unfortunately, lost in a playoff to Hayden Williamson, who made par on the number 10, par 4 10th. And Jack had a couple tough shots there. Kind of put himself in a tough spot whenever he flew the green on his approach. So, but no, it's a nice course. It was certainly going to be tough. We knew going into it yesterday. After I'd been out there and I'd kind of rode around a little bit, I knew it was going to be a tough day. And for West Virginia Tech to come out and shoot a 3:02 on that course, it's certainly props to them. They finished just 2 shots behind. But no, props to Rio and IU East. They absolutely played really well for two rounds, and Midway quite didn't put it together for 2 rounds.
Yeah, Jack was unfortunately the only guy who shot better on day 2 than day 1 on our team. Like a couple guys were double-digit strokes off. So
it was tough. That first day, you had your 2 freshmen, Reese Nolan and Tristan Mitchell. Tristan was leading the tournament with a 1-under 71 after the first day. And then Reese Nolan also shot, I want to say, a 75 on that first day as well.
I think that's it, yeah.
We're certainly counting on that going into day 2, and it just didn't happen. So sometimes you got it and sometimes you don't, and they didn't have it. So props to those other teams. Midway's going to have to play better than that to try and bring home their 4th consecutive championship in the spring. We got a long ways before then.
Long way to go. Yes, that's quite fortunate.
But certainly, I think it was a little bit of an eye opener for our team. I think I don't know that they had quite gotten into the mindset of, hey, we can just show up and win. No, you can't do that. The conference has gotten much better, much better, especially with Rio rising up the ranks as they are. So it's good to see that competition. It brings out. It should be bringing out the best in your team. So
yes, hopefully it will. All right, so that's it. We're going to go a little quicker now. We still got a few things. Cross country. Jacob Kosas was the standout for cross country at the Louisville Classic. In a field of 400, over 400, he finished 6th. Last time we mentioned, he had his 21 race streak of being Midway's top runner snapped. Can he set a new streak? My prediction.
yes.
No. But I mean, no knocking against Jacob. But by my count, he
might run out of eligibility.
By my count, he has 4 races left. So unless we go hog wild with the scheduling,
you say that he does have one more season of eligibility left. After this year, he does have one more season of eligibility left.
I don't know.
After
17 races seems like a heavy note, but we'll see. But he looked very impressive.
Yeah.
Definitely our standout at the Louisville Classic. Women's soccer, they've been a big talking point here. We're undefeated. No longer had a couple tough conference losses, but did rebound nicely in a get-right game against Berea on Sunday. Yes, Berea. Did I say it right, Madison? You bullies! You vultures yelling at me while I'm on the microphone for saying it wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't I shouldn't throw, but yes, that was.
I think you need to apologize.
Well,
you did apologize.
Yes. We'll it's You humiliated me in a very public setting.
Easy now.
Even though
we're not perfect.
No,
we're not perfect.
We're deeply stressed.
It is Berea though.
It is Berea,
It is
not Berea. The Yankee in me is coming out with my pronunciation. But yes, they did have a 5-0 win. And Dylan, I'm seeing that glimmer in your eyes. You're like, 5+ goal wins with a shutout. When is the last time that happened? Well, let's get to the bottom of it. I don't have an alliterative title for this one, but I do have some stock image of a soccer ball going into the net. So maybe by the time I edit it, I came up with something fun. We'll hope it'll be on that screen there. But yes, that is your question this week to see if you can get it.
All
so
right.
yes, Midway Women's Soccer. Prior to Sunday, when was the last year Midway Women's Soccer won by 5+ goals with a shutout? 2021, 2020, 2018, 2015.
Not 2015. I don't think. Let's see. My first year was 2016, so you'd be dating back to before when I got here. That would be really dirty of you to do, Clayton. It would be really dirty of you to do.
I'll see if I'm a scrupulous man.
But, oh man, 2018, 2020, 2021. I think it's one of those three. And I don't feel good about this one at all, but I'm going to go with 2018.
Oh, the streak is officially over. No, Dylan, I'm sorry.
Over.
The answer is B. 2020, and I didn't have an alliterative one for the title, but you, unfortunately, are going to have to wear Dylan's dunce cap of discomfiture. Boom! That's a graphic I put a good 5 minutes on. It'll be well worth it. But yes,
I can't wait to see that
last
graphic.
one was October 29th, 2020. Incidentally enough, also a 5-0 win against Brescia. Now, it would be a great segue to go in and say, well, our next game is against Brescia, and it would be, but of course IUPUC had to go and start a program this year, ruin our show.
Ruin the show, IUPUC.
Regardless, but yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's where we're against Brescia. That's our next game. A little more rapid fire. Here's we're wrapping up. Men's and women's tennis both had a fall duel against Johnson. Men won 7-0. Women won 6-1. Any thoughts?
No, that's a great start to the season, and the fall is kind of just your precursor to the spring. So looking forward to seeing what they can do in the spring, especially coming off what they had last year with a couple of runner-up finishes in the conference tournament. So Coach Malik, I know, is expecting some big things from his two teams this year. So looking forward to seeing how they respond this year.
Yep. And lastly, eSports 2-0. Call of Duty won by forfeit, so that's about as easy as it gets. FIU couldn't play. And Rocket League with a 3-0 win against Louisville Red. And that's
take that, Cardinals.
Yeah,
take that.
That's you're a UK fan here. Is more
take that.
Yes.
Anything
Louisville. This guy, the vitriol comes out, but I
wouldn't say that.
We have an odd weekend here, a lot going on, but no home events. Which is kind of nice. It's a matter. Yeah,
we're gonna enjoy this one while we can, because it certainly changes next weekend.
I'm gonna maybe turn something to the viewers, because I actually I took advantage. I have some family coming in.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for suggestions. So if anyone like, you have to be on Facebook or Twitter/X. If you have any suggestions and I use them, you could win this. You can't see it right here, but I'm inserting it. Yes, I found a used DVD copy of the 1984 film Blood Simple. If I use your suggestion. Certainly not the first DVD I found in the box that's been sitting in my car in July. No, this was well thought out. But and Dylan, you can have that too. Like it's just the first person who does
suggestions. Oh, okay.
Can I say though, maybe slightly a bit of a gag gift. If you have a working DVD player and the DVD that's been sitting in my car for several months works, good gift. Blood Simple's a great movie.
Absolutely.
So don't think I'm just throwing some garbage your way.
No,
but
not at all.
But so if you had suggestions here, because I still don't know the area very
Bring
well.
them on in.
And my mother is particularly difficult to entertain. So. We'll see what we can have, but I see by the flashing battery light on our camera that it might be time to go.
It might be time to end the show here soon.
Yes, that is the end. Episode 5.
We're still on the air.
We're still on the air. Everyone's tried to cancel us, and we say no. We persevere through, thanks to great viewers like
to our
you.
viewers. Have a great day.